All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, peace and salutation to you, Akim, or just pushing the truth in love and sincerity and in charity. Okay, this is the brother Yashawan from the GMS Bahamas Camp, Barkajia, with another lesson. Okay, you see in the title? Okay, keep that thorn in check. Okay, keep that thorn in check. All right, as you see in here on the screen. Okay, this is the thorn. Okay, this is the stiff, sharp, pointed. Okay, projection. All right, from a plant like a prickle, a spike, or a bulb. Okay, you see that? All right. So let's just look up this word thorn. All right. Let's go look this up.
Thorn.
Okay, it says a stiff, sharp-pointed, woody projection on the stem or other part of a plant. All right, and what I show you, this is exactly as what it's saying. Okay, this green piece is of a plant. Okay. Now, the Strongs, okay, going back to 2 Corinthians 12 and 7, okay, when you look up the word thorn, okay, they say a pale, a stake, a splitter, okay. So you can imagine you have this in your flesh and you can't get it out every time you feel it, okay. Us Akim, okay, in this truth, who serve in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, each of us in our own way, okay, in the faith, okay, go through trials and tribulations, temptations, sufferings for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That this thorn was given to us, okay, us who hope to be a part of the elect, to keep us, all right, in check, okay. That is to keep us in check. All right, and I'm going to show you that. All right. So, yeah, man, this is to also harass us. Okay, as Paul stated in 2 Corinthians 12 and 7. Okay, lest I should be exalted or lift above measure. Okay, or keep me from becoming conceit. Okay, which is proud or vain. All right, so this thorn is going to keep us from becoming proud and becoming vain. In other words, this thorn is going to keep us in line with the scriptures. Okay, keep us in sync with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so we have this thorn in earthen vessel, which is the flesh, and the flesh is subject to go off. All right. So when we come into this truth, there's order, there's conduct, there's love, compassion, admonishment. Okay. All of these will keep that thorn in check. Okay. You don't want to be You don't want to be or get into, okay, you don't want to be or get into a point whereas you become proud or lift lift up yourself. Okay, you don't want to be a brother who knows so much and becomes vain, proud till he don't receive rebuke or correction. Okay, he becomes unprofitable to himself, as the scriptures say. Okay, going back to Sirach chapter 37 and 19. Okay, so this thorn is to remind us, all right, that when we go off, okay, is to remind us that hey, check yourself, okay, check yourself, all right, and each of us have a thorn, all right. As a matter of fact, the other day I was doing some work, some woodwork, you know, and my part of my job line, okay, or the gift that what the Most High blessed me with is finish carpentry, okay, fine tune work. All right, I was doing some work and I ended up getting a little splinter in my finger, you know, a fine little splinter, okay, and I tried to take it out with my hands, with my fingernail to the best of my ability, okay, and one point it felt like it out, but then when I rubbed my hand over it, my finger over it, I still could feel it. It's very annoying and at the same time a little painful. Okay? So this that same thing, that same thorn or that splinter, okay, is there to remind you, okay, when you're doing shit. Okay, or when we go off and we don't want to go off. Okay? We don't wanna be in a state whereas you get caught up in the world. Okay? As the scriptures say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. Okay, we may be Akim who love plenty women, yes. Okay, but we must not get caught up in it. Okay, because you know when you get caught up in it, you may end up committing adultery with another man's wife. Okay, who may be serving the Lord as well, because uh, a lot of women, their husband in the truth, okay, but they ain't in the truth. All right, so you may end up getting caught up with one of them, and might not know. Okay, and then all right, you may just lust after another man's wife, you know, and knowing that that she with another man. Okay, so we would not want to get caught up in these unprofitable deeds that the world push out. All right. So this thorn here is to remind us. Okay, we get this precept right here. Okay, Sirach 37 and now verse 19. Okay, there is one that is wise and teacheth many, and is yet Sirach, and yet is unprofitable to himself. Okay? You don't want to be a brother who know a lot, okay, or who knows so much, all right, but not practicing what he preach, because he knows so much, he become proud, okay, he become vain, okay, all right. You don't want to be that type of brother, all right. Tell you don't know how to deal with younger brothers who are just coming in, okay, or who may say, man, like, yeah, I ain't got to deal with them, you know. I could deal with with brothers them who more so on my level, so they ain't on my level. You know, you don't want to be in that type of spirit, okay? Because Paul dealt with people on multiple levels, okay? And for the majority of the people in the world, okay, they are basically average people, all right? So you can teach many the way of the Lord, okay, but not taking heed to what you teach, okay, and what you teach, if you're not taking heed to it, it becomes vain to you, okay. All right, so we go to 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 6, okay. For though I would desire to glory, you see what Paul say, for though I would desire to glory, I should not be a fool, for I will say the truth, but now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he heareth of me. All right. Yes, we may have a desire to boast in what we know, but we ain't no fool. Because the Lord tell you, let not a man boast, let another man boast or praise you. Okay? Proverbs 27, right? Proverbs 27 and 2. Okay, that's why I say we may have the desire to boast, okay, because we know a lot, okay, or we know what time it is. All right. Proverbs 27 and 2. Let another man praise thee, and not thy own mouth, a stranger, and not thy own lips. All right. So, yeah, we may know a lot, okay, but let's not let that get to our head, okay. You may go off, all right, and then someone is put there to buffet us, okay, to remind us that, hey, look here, y'all can proud, okay. This is Romans 12 and 16. Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, okay. That's another thing, okay. Mind not high things, right, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. All right. Mind not high things. Not uh cherish not ambitious or aspiring purposes and desires, which as they spring from selfish severance of your own intent. Okay, this is why Paul said, mind not high things. Okay, because that could cause you uh, to go off. Okay, in other words, don't be proud And don't be a fool neither. Okay? All right? So let's go back here to Second Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7. Matter of fact, let me take it to 6 again. For though I would desire to glory, I should not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he heareth of me. Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelations, there was given me, check this, there was given me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. You already say? There was given me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, to beat him up. Okay? In other words, you be proud, okay, and think you shit, the Most High will humble you down by putting all type of calamities and atrocities upon you. Okay? So because we know so much, we should not be exalted. We should not exalt ourselves. And just because just because through many revelation, okay, because Paul say, unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. Okay? So just because through the many revelations, okay, this pail or this stake or splitter, this thorn, all right, was given, okay, to try us and keep us humble, keep us in the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? As Paul said, there was given me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me. So in other words, okay, we need this thorn to remind us when we go off. Okay? Lest I should be exalted above measure. All right? Because if the thorn don't keep you in check, all right, not saying that we would boast, okay, but we know how Jake go. All right. We seen it over and over. Whereas Akim, who claim to know so much, okay, they boast and they won't do their own thing. All right. Over here in the Bahamas, I remember a few years back, Jake told me, because I saw him at his fringes, and he saw me at my bed, and I say he's walking past, and I saw him wearing the fringes. I say, man, I see Israel, and he spin around quick, and he laugh, he smile, So he said, yeah, man, yeah. We had a conversation, and he said, yeah, he said, man, I can see you know what time it is. You see how big that bed is? I said, man, yeah. So we had a conversation, then I know the group he was in, FWIO, that the Most High dismantled that group, twice. All right, and he was a part of it, and he was like, the mic, I tell him where we were. He said, yeah, man, I can come through, I can come through, I like to carry on bad on the mic, that right there, that's prideful, man, that's very prideful and that's vain, you're looking for vain glory. All right. Then he said, man, well, he broke off from that group, he going to start his own group. He going to start his own thing. So I said, buddy, I said, the spirit, that quicken it and would gather the people. You just go out there and you do the work. You know what I mean? You can't say you're going to start your own thing. As if though you're going out there and you can tell the people, like, yeah, man, like, hey, come be with me. Come go to this one, call a couple of your friends, them or whatever. No way. That means you truly in this thing. All right. So let's go to 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. Check this. For what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye take it patiently? Do you take it patiently, is Paul saying, when you be buffeted if it's your fault? But if, when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High. Okay? So we go through all kind of shit. All right? We go through pure hell. We go through a lot of shit when we's in the world. Okay? All right? Before we came into this truth. And guess what? We still going through hell right now. But now, it is what? When ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently. Okay? Because the Lord said when you come to serve him, all right, you're going to face these things. Okay? You got to take it cheerfully. Okay? This is acceptable with the Most High. All right? So let's go back to 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7 again. Okay? Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelation, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh. And I give you the meaning of a thorn. The messenger of Satan to buffet me, to keep you in line. Lest I should be exalted above measure. Lest, if it wasn't so, the people then would reflect and praise me and not praise the Most High like these pastors them. Okay? You see all the people them carrying on with them? All right? Some people worship man rather than worship the Most High. All right? Verse 8. Okay? For this thing I besought Yahweh thrice, which is 3 times, that it might depart from me. Okay? Because we suffer many afflictions. Okay? So you see Paul, he prayed 3 times. Okay? That it might depart from him. All right? Because we don't want to develop a proud spirit and a vain spirit at that. All right. Then on top of that, okay, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me. Okay, so he was also praying for that. Okay, because of the affliction. Okay, nobody want to be going through multiple affliction upon affliction. As we say over here, when it rains, it pours. Okay, one thing after the next, one thing after the next, one thing after the next. Okay, all right. But hey, what the Mosai said in verse 9. Okay, check this. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Okay, because when we go through these trials and afflictions, we will be weak. It weakens us, right? But you hear the Most High say, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. So when we are weak, then we are made strong. The most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me. Okay? So his grace is more than enough for us. The thorn is to keep us in subject unto his word and not being puffed up and proud, full of pride, but to keep us humble, right? And to give us strength to bear up against trials so that we can be saved. All right? This is why he said, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Okay, because if a thorn in your flesh, right, that spot or that area become weak. Okay? All right? So it's also when we go through trials and tribulations, hardship, okay, temptations, and all these other atrocities, okay, there is to come upon us, okay, to try us, okay, also to weaken us, right? Because when you put gold in the fire, right, in order for that gold to be purified, that gold have to be weak, okay, so that all of the dross could come out, okay, and then it will be made strong and solid and pure. And this is also why the Most High said, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. So with all that dross and come out of us, right, when he's trying us, he's going to try us, he's going to put these afflictions on us to weaken us so that we could be strong, so that we could be strengthened. You see? All right, this is the last precept and close out with this John 17, 14 and 15. All right. It says, I've given him thy word, and the world has hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I prayed not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Okay? Keep us from bad time. Okay? Keep us from all of these things. Okay? So that we would not be weak when the time is to come. Okay? All right? So yeah, man. So with that, I hope you was edified this lesson. Okay, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash, Shalom, and a Papa Ball. Qam Yasharahla.